I left the room with the switch still low, a little blue around the edge of the door. My phone face down like it knew too much, small noise breathing under the floor. There was a cut where the table ended, there was a coat with one sleeve turned wrong. Nothing was broken enough to mention, nothing was close enough to belong. I kept my hands inside the weather, counting the weight of a half-made sign. Somewhere the night had lost its center, somewhere the corner kept holding mine. And I don't need the whole thing open, I don't need a clean way through. Just one small mark in the darker portion, just one dim key I can almost use. If the light comes late, let it come like that. Not wide, not warm, not dressed for proof. I can move by the part that misses, I can pass through the almost truth. There is room in a wrong position, there is air in the lowered frame. I don't have to name the distance, I can carry what would not change. I can carry what would not change. A message sat without a sentence, 3 dots gone before they grew. I wore the silence like a jacket, loose at the neck and splitting through. Someone laughed past the vending shadow, someone's shoes cut the wet concrete. I stayed outside of my own answer, letting the stairs decide my feet. Not enough sleep to call it morning, not enough hurt to make it clear. Just a soft click under the surface, like a small lock changing gear. Maybe the map is slightly folded, maybe the route is underlined by a hand that didn't finish, by a thought that fell behind. If the light comes late, I'll take the late part. If the door won't sing, I'll read the scene. I can move where the shape is thinner, I can lean through the narrow beam. There is room in a wrong position, there is sound in the muted frame. I don't have to fix the distance, I can pass while it stays strange. The key was not gold, the key was not clean. The key had a dull little bend in the middle. The night did not close, the floor did not speak, the hall kept its breath in a line. I touched the edge, not to enter, just to know it had another side. So leave the brightness unfinished, leave the center out of view. I know the weight by what refuses, I know the weight by what slips loose. If I get through, it won't be sudden. If I get back, it won't be grand. Just a dim turn in the small hour, just enough door under my hand. No clean ending, no wide release, only the latch breathing once, then the room staying slightly open. Before the tone forgives itself, I'm already halfway into the next small wrong. With my sleeve on a chair and my name in a place where the receipt ink fades too slow. Yeah. 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 The washer hums like it knows my pattern. Loose coins jump in a plastic cup. A blue tag twist on the back of my collar, like a tiny flag that will not give up. There's a minute stuck between 2 numbers. There's a clock face tired of being around. I keep my breath in a paper pocket and let the ceiling keep looking down. No big collapse, no clean decision, just the fridge light drawing a thin white square. My left shoe waits by a tired cable, my right shoe acts like it isn't there. I count the seconds by what they drop. 1 for the spoon left in the sink, 1 for the message I did not answer, 1 for the thought I almost think. The minute wants out, but not like running, not like leaving the whole night torn. It only needs a smaller opening, a softer fault where the edges are worn. I can feel it under the ordinary, pressed in the glass, trying not to shout. If I let one little hour go crooked, maybe this minute can work its way out. Yeah, my battery stays at 12%, like it made a vow to barely last. The window keeps a blurry version of every bus that already passed. The towel hangs with uneven shoulders, steam makes weather on the tile. I put tomorrow in the corner and watch it fail to look worthwhile. There's comfort in a thing unfinished. There's a pulse in the almost done. I don't need the whole sky moving, just one loose second coming undone. The kettle stops, but the heat remains. A little after sound with no one to explain. The minute wants out through the smallest habit, through the cup mark, through the blinking screen, through the quiet part I keep stepping over, through the almost place between machine and dream. It does not need a perfect morning, it does not ask me to turn around. It just keeps tapping under the surface until one soft piece of time slips out. I mark the day, then miss the day, then carry the mark instead of square of paper under a magnet, holding a life I have not read. The hour is too large, the week is too loud, the month has a mouthful of names, but this 1 minute, small and stubborn, keeps loosening inside the frame. So I leave the cup where the drinking show, I leave the cable in a crooked line, I let the towel keep a strange posture, I let the second refuse to shine. Not all relief has to arrive clean, not every exit has to be found. Sometimes the night just shifts its pocket and one trapped minute falls softly out. No final turn, no clear repair, just the time of blinking zero, like it still has somewhere to go. I was loaded before I moved, a quiet shape behind the screen, on my way to the future corner, on my sleep in a loading wheel. Not ready enough to call it ready, not empty enough to disappear. I keep a small amount of motion saved somewhere just under fear. The elevator stops between its reasons, numbers blinking without blame. I watch my face in the metal panel turn a little out of frame. A tote bag leans against my ankle, holding paper, rain and wire. The hallway smells like plastic flowers and an outlet tired of fire. I don't step out, I don't step back, I let the floor decide my name. Some things begin before they happen, some things arrive already strained. There's a part of me already there before the rest of me can go. A small file open in the dark, a silent room with nowhere to show. The city outside is still rendering street light caught in window dust. A taxi turns with no conviction, like it forgot who it should trust. My thumb stays over the blank reply, my jacket keeps the evenings bend. The mirror holds a later version that I'm not ready to offend. No one has to see the loading, no one has to hear it start. I can carry the unfinished pressure like a folder close to heart. I was loaded before I moved, I was loaded before I moved. If the night begins without permission, if the morning waits outside the code, I can move by stored up weather, I can breathe through the preload. The circle turns but nothing breaks, the bar stays thin, the hallway waits. A shoe print dries, a lamp stays numb, the next thing calls before I come. Maybe this is how I cross it, not by force, not by a sign, but by keeping one faint signal warm inside the slower line. Maybe I don't need the full permission, maybe I don't need the screen to clear. Maybe every almost morning starts by hiding what it means to hear. I was loaded before I moved, with a softer fall inside the frame. There was motion under the stillness, there was breath without a name. If the night begins without permission, if the light stays thin and cold, I can pass through what is pending, I can leave before I unfold. The screen does not confirm me, trying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I woke up facing a wall I don't remember. Light on the floor in a crooked line. My shoes were turned toward different exits, like both of them had changed their mind. There was a spoon in the empty hallway. There was a towel on a chair like rain. The morning didn't ask for meaning, it only dragged its quiet weight again. I kept my breath below the surface, let the small hours pull me through. Not quite lost and not quite moving, just angled off from what I knew. I know that heavy letter lean when the body will not rise, but something under all the stillness keeps drawing maps behind the eyes. Not hope exactly, not surrender, not a sign that turns the dark, just a warmer kind of distance, moving softly from the heart. Yeah, maybe the line was never straight, maybe the step was always late, maybe I only need a direction that can carry half the weight. Take me where the tighter light is turning, not too bright, not all the way. Let me move inside the wrongness, with a slow angle I can stay. There's a drowsy vector in the silence, pulling gently through the room. If I cannot wake up cleanly, I can still arrive slightly out of tune. Yeah, yeah. The kettle clicked and lost its purpose. Steam drew a ghost against the tile. A receipt curled near the window, holding yesterday's smaller trial. I put my phone beneath the notebook, let the unanswered hours thin. Somewhere outside a bus kept passing, like the world had places left within. I don't need the whole road open, I don't need a clearer sky, just a low path through the pressure, just a way to not deny. You can be tired and still be carried by a shape you cannot name. You can be slow and still be honest with the part that stays the same. There is no victory in the ceiling, no clean sentence in the air, but the body keeps a private compass turning quietly somewhere. Take me where the tired light is turning, not too bright, not all the way. Let me move inside the wrongness, with a slow angle I can stay. There's a drowsy vector in the silence, pulling gently through the room. If I cannot wake up cleanly, I can still arrive slightly out of tune. The chair is not where I left it, the door looks further than before. The day has too much empty volume, spilling softly on the floor. But I feel one quiet line beneath me, not a rescue, not a plan, just a pull that does not hurry, just enough to move my hand. So let the morning stay uneven, let the light come in half wrong, let the room keep its strange balance, let the tiredness take its song. I will not force the angle open, I will not make the silence prove. If the pull is soft but steady, that is still the way to move. The room remains, the line stays thin, but something turns beneath it and keeps leaning me within. Yeah. Yeah. I wrote the line and closed the window, left the cursor breathing on its own. A little gray inside the text box, like rain held back behind a phone. There was a jacket over the chair back, there was a stamp beneath the cup. The night kept sorting quiet pieces, but never told me where to put them. I watched the fan turn nothing useful, I watched the floor keep one small shine. Some things are heavy before leaving, some things stay late without a sign. And I don't know where the weight should travel, I don't know which room gets the sound, but there's a message under my ribs, still packed, still warm, still turned around. I'm in the outbox of my own small weather, between the leaving and the stay. Too full to call it silence. Too soft to send away. If the night won't take the whole confession, let it carry one blurred line. I can live inside the almost sending, with a little pressure left behind. The address looked familiar, the name did not. The page stayed open, the hour forgot. Downstairs, the lobby light was flickering, like it had a thought it couldn't mail. A plastic tray leaned by the entrance, with the blue mark peeling from the rail. I passed the boxes without looking, each little door with its metal grin. Everyone keeps a private hallway for the words that never made it in. My keys fell wrong inside my pocket. My hands had too much room to hide. I did not need a clean departure, I only needed less inside. I'm in the outbox of my own small weather. Held between the leaving and the stay. Too full to call it silence. Too soft to send away. If the morning asks for clearer reasons, I will give it half a line. I can move with something pending, I can walk while it declines. Oh, maybe the message is not a message. Maybe it's just a shape of breath, kept too long inside the hallway, learning how to weigh itself. No bright reply, no perfect transfer, no clean little arrow to prove. Just a folded feeling in the system, waiting for the body to move. So leave the screen a little open, leave the chair turned toward the wall. Leave the stamp where the cup was standing, leave the name outside the call. I won't force the words to travel, I won't dress the ache as light. But if one line slips out sideways, let it reach the edge of night. The cursor fades, the room stays low. Something lets go. By the time I checked the measure, the number had already leaned. A little mercy in the error, a little blur between the beams. I try to weigh the quiet properly, try to mark where it began, but the meter arrived as land, and I stopped correcting my hand. The last train hummed behind the glass, with its doors held half in thought. A station sign shook in the ceiling draft, like a verdict someone forgot. My card was thin inside my palm, my shadow crossed the yellow tile. There was a scale near the empty counter, counting nothing for a while. I stood beside the wrong machine, letting its small red digits swim. The night did not become an answer, it only changed the pressure in. Some weight is lighter when it tilts, some truth is kinder out of line. If I read it from the side, I can keep the damaged mind. When the meter arrives aslant, let it lean across the room. Let the number miss the center, let the silence keep its bruise. I don't need the straight report, I don't need the perfect scan. There is breath inside the error, there is room where readings ran. If the measure comes uneven, if the needle cannot land, I can move with less precision. When the meter arrives aslant, a receipt slid under the vending light with the total no one claimed. Silver chain slept in the return slot, cold and small and almost named. The crosswalk blinked as tire warning cars went soft around the bend. I put my doubt into my pocket where it rubbed against the pen. There was no scene to make it noble, no I've gotta make it clean. Only later bending sideways through the gap in the machine. One breath too low, one step too wide, one mark misplaced but still inside. The line goes pale, the gauge turns strange. The thing I carry learns to change. When the meter arrives aslant, let it lead across the room. Let the number miss the center, let the silence keep its bruise. I don't need the straight report, I don't need the perfect scan. There is breath inside the error, there is room where readings ran. If the measure comes uneven, if the needle cannot land, I can move with less precision. When the meter arrives aslant. I was tired of making clean shapes, out of nights that would not fold. Tired of holding every feeling up against a line of gold. So I let the figures soften, let the dial lose its claim. Let the little crooked reading leave me almost the same. Maybe enough is not a number, maybe balance has no face. Maybe what keeps me from falling is a fault in the measured place. Now the platform keeps its low light, now the glass returns my hand. Not as proof and not as rescue, just a shape that understands. I won't force the needle forward, I won't drag the number back. If the truth comes slightly sideways, I can follow what it lacks. When the meter arrives aslant, I will not make it stand. I will take the softened reading like rain held in my hand. There is breath inside the error, there is room where readings ran. I can move with less precision when the meter arrives aslant. The last digit fades uneven, the gate stays half lit, nearly still, and the needle left leaning keeps measuring after I will. I'll stay in the shade of a feeling. I stayed in the shade of a feeling where the last light would not leave. Something quiet kept returning like dust caught on a sleeve. The parking roof held rain in patches, neon bent across the ground. A bicycle bell rang somewhere lower, then disappeared without a sound. I had a bag with nothing urgent, a paper cord around my wrist. The city leaned behind the railing like a thought I almost missed. No heavy scene, no clear arrival, just the air after a door. I kept walking past the exit to find what stayed a little more. Some things don't end by closing, some things are loosen into air. A name can leave the conversation and still keep sitting there. Let it linger where the night is thinner, where the bright part fails to stay. I don't need the whole thing answered, I can move through what remains. There is weight in the almost gone light, there is breath in the after sound. If the feeling will not leave me, let it soften as it stays around. A white bag caught on a low fence moved like it had somewhere to be. The moon was small behind the wires, too pale to disagree. I passed a closed photo booth curtain with the flash mark on the floor. Someone's face had left the mirror, but the mirror wanted more. I did not chase the older version, I did not ask the night to clear. I just let the leftover motion keep its shape around me here. I know the part that stays behind you when you're hands have let it go. The little warmth inside the silence that the morning does not know. It is not sadness asking louder. It is not hope dressed up as light. It is just a softer kind of holding at the far edge of the night. You can't walk away from something and still not make it disappear. Some rooms keep a low reflection just to prove you once were here. Let it linger where the night is thinner, where the bright part fails to stay. I don't need the whole thing answered. I can move through what remains. There is weight in the almost gone light. There is breath in the after sound. If the feeling will not leave me, let it soften as it stays around. Not every ending needs a border. Not every ache becomes a door. Sometimes a shape that follows after is the only thing that knows the floor. I kept my pace below the signal, kept my eyes beside the glow. If the past was still beside me, I would let it walk there slow. So let the last small color stay there. Let it lean against the rail. Let the night keep one loose thread. Let the quiet leave a trail. I will not press it into meaning. I will not make it disappear. If it lingers without hurting, it can keep the passage clear. Let it linger, not to hold me, not to pull the evening back, just to make the leaving softer, just to give the dark a track. There's weight in the almost gone light, but it no longer drags me down. It just moves beside my breathing, like a low cloud over town. The roof light blinks, the railing dries. I walk away, but the shine remains behind. I keep a day beside the wrong one, a quiet square I cannot trust. The month is hanging by a thumbtack and the edge is giving up. If the future moves uneven, let it shake without a sound. Yeah. I can stand inside the small drift while the calendar wobbles down. There's a magnet shaped like an apple, holding nothing but a stain. A freezer drawer is breathing softly, like it learned my middle name. I crossed out plans with the cap still missing, left the pen across the sink. The kettle window held a small storm, then forgot what it should think. No one called it falling apart, no one named the air is wrong. But Tuesday leaned into the evening and the week felt slightly long. I don't need the month to save me, I don't need the line to stay. Just enough of this loose timing to let my body find a way. When the calendar wobbles in the low light and the days won't stand in place, I will not make the morning cleaner, I will not force the month to behave. There is space inside the misprint, there's breath where the numbers slide. If the plan can't hold its posture, I can still move on the softer side. Yeah. I was waiting for a straight line, but the straight line never came. So I learned the small permission of a date that shakes and stays unnamed. A pharmacy bag behind the scissors, a receipt with half a year erased. Yeah. Two dead batteries near the matches like tiny clocks that lost their face. Yeah. I put tomorrow in the drawer, then opened it again too soon. The room had not become a reason, but it held me like a rented moon. Yeah. Somewhere under the ordinary, a little pressure changed its way. Not a cure and not a warning, just the hinge of a different day. The page lifts once, then settles wrong. The nail in the wall keeps holding on. The ink runs thin, the corner bends. The week forgets where it should end. When the calendar wobbles in the low light and the days won't stand in place, I will not make the morning cleaner, I will not force the month to behave. There is space inside the misprint, there is breath where the numbers slide. If the plan can't hold its posture, I can still move on the softer side. Maybe time was never solid. Maybe I was not delayed. Maybe life can stay in motion even when the boxes sway. I used to press the paper flat like that would make the feeling leave. But every crease came back at midnight with a softer way to breathe. So let the sequence lose its manners. Let the weekend drift too near. Let the numbers look uncertain. Let the blank square interfere. I am not behind the ceiling. I am not beneath the floor. I am only in the shaking of a day becoming more. Now the wall keeps one faint tremor. Now the thumbtack holds the night. Not enough to call it steady. Not enough to call it flight. I can go without a clean mark. I can leave the list untrue. If the page is still unsettled, there is still a way through. The paper breathes. The corner lifts. The date goes wrong and something shifts.